Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is well. Let's quickly jump into the setups. So in front of us, we have the Dow yearly high low, currently between levels of 50 and 61.8 as support resistance. If you look at the moving averages, 8 is above 21. That's indicating trend is up. So it's looking for that 89 target level there. On the Dow monthly high low, currently between levels of 100 and 127 as support resistance. If you look at the moving averages, 8 is above 21, above 50. That's indicating trend is up. So with that, we're still aiming for that 161.8 target level there. On the Dow weekly high low, currently between levels of 50 and 38.2 as support resistance. If you look at the moving averages, 50 is above 21, above 8. That's indicating trend is down. So with that, we want a candle, or we already got that tricky short. We haven't stopped out yet. So we're still aiming for the 23.6 first TP, 11-second TP, stop loss being at the 50. Remember, guys, as soon as we hit the first red line, we move our trailing stop to entry. As soon as we hit the first TP, we move our trailing stop to as soon as we hit first TP, we move our trailing stop to the first red line. And as soon as we hit the second red line, we move our trailing stop to the first TP. On the Dow daily high low, currently between levels of 23.6 and 11. If you look at the moving averages, a little bit squished at the moment, but we can see we are busy in a little bit of an uptrend there. So with that, we only want candle close above the 61.8, break previous candle high to aim for that 77 first TP, 89-second TP, stop loss being at the 50. Remember, guys, as soon as we hit the first red line, we move our trailing stop to entry. As soon as we hit the first TP, we move our trailing stop to the first red line. And as soon as we hit the second red line, we move our trailing stop to the first TP. Same to the downside if the trend changes to the downside. On the US take yearly high low, currently between levels of 0 and minus 127 as support resistance. Look at the moving averages, 50 is above 21, above 8. That's indicating trend is down. So with that, we're still aiming for that minus 161.8 target. On the US take monthly high low, currently between levels of 89 and 100. Look at the moving averages, 8 is above 21, above 50. That's indicating trend is up. So with that, we want to push above the 127 level to aim for the 161.8. On the US take weekly high low, currently between levels of 23.6 and 38.2. If you look at the moving averages, 50 is above 21, above 8, or blue is above red, above green. So with that, we want the candle close below the 0 level, break previous candle low to aim for the minus 127 first TP, minus 161.8 second TP, stop loss being at 23.6. Remember, guys, as soon as we hit the first red line, we move our trailing stop to entry. As soon as we hit the first TP, move our trailing stop to the first red line. And as soon as we hit the second red line, we move our trailing stop to the first TP. On the US take daily high low, currently between levels of 38.2 and 50. If you look at the moving averages, 8 is above 21, above 50, or green is above red, above blue. So with that, trend is up. We want now a candle close above the 61.8 level, break previous candle high to aim for that 77 first TP, 89 second TP, stop loss being at the 50. Remember, guys, as soon as we hit the first red line, we move our trailing stop to entry. As soon as we hit the first TP, we move our trailing stop to the first red line. And as soon as we hit the second red line, we move our trailing stop to the first TP. On the DAX yearly high low, currently between levels of 38.2 and 23.6 support resistance. If you look at the moving averages, 8 is above 21, or green is above red. That's indicating trend is up. So with that, we want to push above the 61.8 to aim for that 89 target. On the DAX monthly high low, currently above all the levels. So we need to wait for moving average crossover for any indications. On the DAX weekly high low, currently between levels of 23.6 and 38.2. If you look at the moving averages, 50 is above 21, above 8. That's indicating trend is down. So with that, we want a candle close below the 0 level, break previous candle low to aim for the minus 127 first TP, minus 161.8 second TP, stop loss being at 23.6. Remember, guys, same rules apply with the red lines. On the DAX daily high low, currently between levels of 23.6 and 38.2. If you look at the moving averages, 8 is above 21, above 50, or green is above red, above blue. So with that, we want a candle close above the 61.8, break previous candle high to aim for the 77 first TP, 89 second TP, stop loss being at the 50. Remember, guys, same rules apply with the red lines. On the Aussie yearly high low, currently between levels of 100 and 127. If you look at the moving averages, 8 is above 21, or green is above red. So with that, trend is up. So we want now, we're still aiming for that 127 target level there. On the Aussie monthly high low, currently above all the levels, and we need to wait for moving average crossover to look for any other indications. On the Aussie weekly high low, currently above the 100 level, just below the 127 as support resistance. If you look at moving averages, 8 is above 21, above 50. That's indicating trend is up. So we want that candle close, break previous candle high to aim for the 127 first TP, 161.8 second TP, stop loss being at the 50. Remember guys, same rules apply with red lines. On the Aussie daily high low, currently between levels of 100 and 127. If you look at the moving averages, 8 is above 21, above 50, that's indicating trend is up. So we need to wait for a moving average crossover. So 8 crosses 21 to the downside. And with that, a candle close below the 100 level, break previous candle low to aim for the 77 first TP, 61.8 second TP, stop loss being halfway between 100 and 127. Remember guys, same rules apply with the red lines. Guys, so thank you so much for joining in. Hope you have a fantastic day and all the luck with your trading. Cheers, guys.